Hey, Burnie.
Yes.
Nice jacket.
Thanks. You like this jacket?
Yeah. It's very fancy.
Oh, is it like corduroy?
It's very like, I'm wearing a jacket, but I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
yeah.
So this is like one of the lighter jackets that I own, and in December, which is when this podcast is being recorded, it's 80 degrees. For some reason.
I think the I don't give a shit part of that ensemble is the shirt from a candy store that he's wearing under the jacket.
I think it's because I'm wearing black and brown. I had a girlfriend one time that told me I can't wear.
It's
Where's the
unwritten rules.
What'd
black?
you say? I can't wear. Black's a shirt. What color is a shirt?
That's gray, dark gray.
Yeah, it's great.
One's black.
It's the shortest day of the year.
She told me I couldn't wear gray and blue.
Oh, yeah.
And it is
Or no,
not
she told me I couldn't wear
cold.
gray and khaki. Is that a rule? You can't wear gray and khaki.
still talking about
No,
it.
I think that's
I don't
fine.
give a fuck about
You think
that
it's
thing.
okay?
I wouldn't wear like beige and khaki.
What's the difference between beige and khaki?
Yeah, what is the difference?
There's not much. Beige, I say, would
Is
be
khaki
more
a
white.
color or is it khaki a fabric?
Isn't khaki like a greenish, beige-ish color?
I always think of khaki as just beige.
Me too. Just like brown.
I thought it was
brown
just
pants.
a type
Add
of
some
pants.
green in it.
Does it?
Tan pants. That's khaki pants.
The most infuriating thing in the world, we're touching kind of on it right now, is going to the fucking store and trying to buy paint if you're painting your house. And it's like, I just want white paint.
But do you want brilliant white?
Which one of these 10
eggshell.
whites do you want?
Right.
Snow.
Fuck.
And then which one of the 4 variations of the one kind of white that you decided on do you want? Do you
Right.
look
What kind
for-
of texture do you want on that color?
What kind of gloss would
Or
you
gloss.
like?
There you
Yeah.
go.
There's one color that I can't remember it ever.
It's purple.
Red.
Go ahead.
I keep hearing the name of it, and I'm like, what color is that again? And then someone tells me, and I forget immediately.
Chartreuse.
No,
Is that it?
no, it's not.
What
Taupe.
Taupe. Yeah.
What color's taupe?
Taupe's like a gray beige.
I thought it was like a purpley gray.
Barbara, you're not allowed
Oh,
to
it's
talk about
beige-ish.
colors anymore.
Taupe.
Taupe is like a dark. It's like a.
So someone
I made one mistake, Burnie.
someone said their favorite color was taupe. I probably shouldn't know that person. What kind
Your
of favorite color is that?
That's like your favorite color is beige. I mean, I'm sure there's somebody whose
That's
favorite
like your
color.
favorite food being bread.
Do people still have favorite colors
Yeah.
past the age of like
Yeah.
8?
Mine is blue. Thanks for asking.
You really have a favorite color?
I have
Yeah.
favorite
I'm
colors.
with you, Gus. There's
you-
just some stuff you don't have.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't fucking matter.
If someone
Have
presented
you seen all the
you,
Slow-Mo Guy shirts? They're all blue. I like blue.
Somebody asked me like a year ago who my best friend was. I'm like, my best friend? I was like, well, that guy just sold me a pretty good sandwich. Like, do people have best friends like that? Do you have a best friend, Gus?
Fuck no.
No, you have Esther.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
She your best friend?
Yeah, of course.
then you do have a best friend.
Yeah, but that doesn't count. We're married. Of course. That's like your default best friend.
Yeah.
Who
That's
are
like
you?
that's like elevated best friend.
Who
like
are you
best
more
friend
friends with?
best friend with benefits.
Are
Huh?
you more friends with Burnie or your dogs?
Oh, definitely my dogs.
Oh, come on.
Is that even a
The
question?
dogs had been to his house.
should-
I haven't been to his house.
My dogs got in trouble this morning. So every year at Christmas, Esther likes to buy the dogs presents. And she wraps up their presents and
Because
puts them
you're
under the tree.
insane.
And she's posted some photos of Benjamin in the past, like dressed up in like Christmas pajamas and like opening presents. He gets really excited about it.
He doesn't. He doesn't know it's Christmas.
You're
No,
excited.
he
and
does.
The dog is feeding off of your
Maybe
energy.
that's what it is. But
But it sounds like a nice tradition.
She wrapped up their presents this weekend and put them under the tree along with all the human presents. And this morning I woke up, came downstairs, fed the dogs, walked them, went up to get in the shower, and then I could hear Esther running down the stairs yelling at the dogs. When I got out of the shower, she had Benjamin's present in her hands and the wrapping was all ripped up. And I was like, what happened? She said, I specifically put his presents under the other ones so he wouldn't see it. And he moved all the other presents out of the way, pulled his present out from under the tree, and opened it.
How do you
Really?
know it was his?
What was it?
It was like a plush toy, like a...
So not even like food.
Not food, no.
It's a raw steak. Merry
It was
Christmas,
dripping blood.
Benjamin.
No, but it was like a plush dragon toy. And sorry, Benjamin, don't watch this till after Christmas.
He already opened his
He knows.
present. He knows.
And he fucking opened it. He pulled his specific present out from the tree and opened it.
Benjamin is like one of the smartest dogs I've ever met. The one time I came over to your house, Esther's like, you want to see something? And I'm like, sure. She goes, Benjamin, go get your steak. And he like trots over to his little bowl of toys and like sifts through them and picks out the steak and brings it over to her.
She tried that when I went over, but he picked up the wrong thing and she got really mad at him.
Yeah, that's embarrassing.
It's like, you're letting the family down.
When your kids do something dumb in front of people, it's really you can be kind of hard on it.
There's all those different companies that go around performing surveys and polls asking people their opinion on various policies and how they're going to vote.
They don't ask me.
There was one group. I forget what group it was now, but I read this story last week. There was one group that, amongst all their questions to eligible voters, one of their questions was, "Do you support the U.S. bombing Agrabah?"
I was thinking about that. Yeah, when we were talking about Disney movies.
Disney
Yeah.
movies,
And Agrabah, of course, is the fictional city or the fictional country that Aladdin takes place in. And some voters supported the U.S. bombing Agrabah, which is just baffling to me.
I think you could put should the U.S. bomb and then anything, and there's some people who always say yes. They really just want to watch us go to war. Like there's a lot of people I think that they feel like war is good for America. Like it helps us.
Like it unites.
It like
America?
stimulates the economy.
Keeps everyone on their toes.
Keeps
Yeah.
everyone down.
I don't know, just like or it like creates the or perpetuates the idea of American greatness. You know, exceptionality.
If there was a bomb headed right for Austin, and it was just gonna take out the whole city, and it was gonna land in like an hour and a half, would you finish this podcast?
An hour and a half?
Yeah.
No, I would go see my kids.
Oh, okay. You wouldn't be like the band on the Titanic playing all
I'll
the way
just
to the
drive
bottom.
to Round Rock.
You mean you get out of the blast radius?
Yeah.
Oh, that makes sense actually.
Barbara would
I
just
assume you
leave.
wouldn't stop at Round Rock. I assume you'd keep driving.
Yeah, you know. I'd probably drive away from where the bomb was hitting.
No, she would go right to the leaving Austin city limits sign and go. Well,
I would
that's
just
good.
be like, put on some sunglasses
I'm all
and just
set.
watch the world burn.
Good job, Barbara. Mission
What
accomplished.
makes you think about that? Because have you been playing a lot of Fallout?
No, I'm just thinking
Just
thinking about war, and I was like,
Oh,
how bothered would I be? Probably just
the beginning
carry
of
on.
Fallout's tremendous.
How bothered would I be by war?
Wouldn't try to leave.
by nuclear war. How bothered would you be by the apocalypse?
I mean,
Gus?
there's a nuke coming in. You're not doing anything about it. You're gonna die.
no, you're probably gonna die.
You're not gonna become a ghoul. I found a kid in a fridge.
Oh, yeah.
Oh
yeah.
yeah, I found a kid in the fridge too.
What was he doing in
I
there?
really
That was
hope
200
someone
years.
just turned on the podcast right now.
How did he? Oh, talk about Fallout, by the way. I didn't actually find a kid in a fridge.
There you go.
He was in the kid for 200 years.
How did he live? Did he not eat? The ghouls not eat?
I don't think ghouls don't eat. I don't think they eat. Yeah.
Well, he was like
Boring.
frozen, you know, like Austin Powers was.
No, he was just in like a fridge, like in a junkyard.
Yeah, he was like,
It's-
let me
Then
out.
he was like the side of the road. It's
Yeah, it
like-
wasn't even like that isolated. Like anybody would have. How many assholes
Wait,
walked by?
he was
in 200
next to a
years?
pack of raiders.
Yeah, I was not that far away. That was like I had just defended a checkpoint like 15 feet away. I
Yeah.
could hear like, "Hey, help me!"
I executed his family.
You know what might be? Did you really? Did you take him home and execute
Nah,
the family?
I do crazy stuff in Fallout. Like, I know I'm playing good all the way. I'm being like a really nice guy, like really polite, like helping everyone. But I'll quick save before like every decision and just go mental. Like, so like I took him back to his family. They're like, "Thank you so much," and I like shotgunned his dad's head off, and I was like, "Oh!" And I just reload the checkpoint, so it never happened.
Jesus, that's
Do you not
terrible.
ever do stuff like that?
No,
Like,
but-
I've shot the fat man into so much stuff.
Never.
I've shot it like 100 times.
got,
And
like-
you only find like 10 mini nukes the whole game.
I got like 80 mini nukes in my workshop
80?
back at Sanctuary Hills.
Can you make them?
That's what you do. You like get a weapon, you immediately use it. I don't use anything ever.
Well, there's no fun
I don't
there.
even carry my fat man with me. It's
I
like
don't-
if I need it,
You
it's like,
suck.
I gotta go back and
It should
get
be
it and then come
mandatory
back.
that you have that on you all the time.
It's
You don't
40
carry it?
pounds.
It's
It's
heavy.
the fat man. You might need it for like a death claw or
I'm a
something.
horrible scavenger. I'm like constantly picking up every piece of junk in every map. And to the point where some of my companions are complaining about it now. Like
They're gonna have an
McCready,
intervention.
yeah, McCready and Curie. They both complain at me, going, "Why are you picking up all this junk? What's wrong with you?" I must be able to build like 60 settlements. And just we're talking about Fallout. Can I just say, if I reviewed games, I would reduce, and I don't review games, I would reduce Fallout 4 a full rating point by how bad the settlement minigame is in that game. I can't fucking stand that.
What problem are you having with it?
That they constantly like give me like quest after quest after quest.
yeah.
To like go, and is it they're all the same 3 quests?
Well, yeah,
Well,
and,
isn't
and
this-
then the most infuriating part is when you get the Minutemen ones, and he's like, "Hey, I got something different for you."
Yeah.
It's like, nope, you don't.
You really don't.
I've done that a million times.
Wow, are they
gonna-
troubled by ghouls? Wow, that's crazy. The Raiders. That's
So is it just infinite, or you actually eventually stop?
no. Listen. I think I probably have like 80 Minutemen quests.
What's
done.
funny is I avoid that guy. Like anytime I have to go into my settlement, if I see him in the distance, I run away. That way he can't get close to me to give me a quest.
if he gets an earshot, he can just talk and you pick up the quest. And you're
Let me
like,
ask you
"Ah,
something
fuck."
about. Are you like based in Sanctuary?
I'm not
moved?
anymore. Now I'm.
Oh.
My main one's the castle.
I should send that guy away.
Yeah, you can just move him, right?
Yeah, I'll do that. Okay.
But
Problem solved.
do you find it annoying when they're just hanging out in your house?
I do. And
I'm
that
like,
dude Preston.
He comes in, he just goes in and like sits at the bar, and I'm like, "Get out of my house! This is where my family lived."
This is my house.
Pisses me off.
Yeah, like there's some dude sleeping on a sleeping bag next to my son's crib. I'm like,
Yeah. Why'd you
get
put a
out.
sleeping bag by the crib though?
Well, because I was gonna sleep there.
Oh, that's
It's
cute.
nice, but then you come and there's just like some dude who's busy. You know, he's all tired from farming potatoes all day. He comes home.
Why do they call them Tatoes?
Because I think they're a cross between potatoes and tomatoes.
You call them potatoes in the game?
yeah.
Wow, that would piss me off.
But-
Why?
Because it's like you're not shortening the right thing. You know, people say potates, maybe, or taters.
It's a combination
Potatoes
of
is better than Tatoes?
Hell yeah, it is.
Tates.
At least you know what you're talking about.
Do you though?
Dude, if
Potatoes
I-
is way more confusing than Tatoes.
If I was at Thanksgiving dinner and one of my relatives, who I hadn't seen in like 10 years, said, "Pass me the potatoes," I would punch them in the face.
He would get a potato right down his throat.
I would go over the top of the table and just fucking hit him square in the face.
But if he said potatoes, you'd be okay.
Well, potatoes are a post-apocalyptic combination of tomatoes and potatoes.
Oh, I didn't
So
know that.
what's corn?
That makes more sense.
Because that's still called corn.
It's just corn.
It's
It's just corn.
but
There's stuff that selectively got fucked up. Like, have you seen the dolphin sharks on the beach and stuff?
No.
dolphin sharks?
Yeah, they're like sharks that look like dolphins a little bit.
Do they have
They're gross.
tobacco?
Let me ask you another thing.
Cats are perfectly fine though, dogs.
Did
Totally fine.
Did your Brahmin get stuck on the roof?
Yeah, my Brahmin's on the roof.
I don't know how to get to it.
Here, you know what might be my new favorite form of media anywhere is going into people's Xbox Live profiles and watching their clips. Just watching raw clips that they just decide. Because it's always like you record something like literally, oh, I thought that was neat. Or, oh, I thought that was funny. And so that's all it is. It's like a highlight reel of just funny, stupid stuff. Or if in case of like Gavin, it's Grand Theft Auto 5 and you're running over women in bikinis on the beach.
There just
like
happened to be a lot of women in bikinis on the beach.
That's true, that's
I was
where they
running
would be.
over everyone.
endlessly running over people on the beach. I do not understand what you're doing. But anyway, I went through and I watched your Fallout 4 clips and I saw one of your screenshots was your Brahmin on the roof. And I was like, yeah, my Brahmin's on the roof.
There was I was having this thing where I would I moved my fast travel pad to like really convenient, so it was really close to all my stuff. So you can fast travel into Sanctuary and
Sure.
you're like right there.
Isn't the default fast travel really close to all the stuff anyway?
Yeah, isn't it?
Yeah, I guess I moved it just
Okay.
even closer. And I realized that very early on in the game, I accidentally tried to rob this woman who was in Sanctuary. I was like trying to get money off her, and I failed the speech check,
Oh, yeah.
and she said, "No, I'm not giving you that. You piece of filth, whatever." And then I have no speech options with her anymore. Like I'll spawn it into Sanctuary, and she'll be like, "Oh, the would-be robber." And I was like, "Oh yeah, I robbed you that time. I tried to rob you. I forgot." And it got to the point where like I'm fast traveling there like maybe like 100 times since I played the game. Every time I'd load in, "Oh, the would-be robber." I was like, it got to like the 90th time, and I just obliterated her right in front of everyone. I turned her into goop, and then I picked up like some of her body and I put it on the table in my house.
How'd you pick it up?
Just whole day.
Oh, and then you I was wondering how you move stuff like
Yeah.
you do with A.
But it was just like I had so much patience for so long, and then I was like, I'm gonna.
You don't want to hear it anymore.
Yeah, I put a grenade.
Are
in
you
their pocket.
using an Elite controller, by the way?
I am.
I finally found the use for the paddles.
Sprint.
Sprint and for holding your breath when you're sniping.
Stimpaks.
So both the thumbsticks.
Yeah, basically both thumbsticks. I
Yeah.
mapped those to beneath the controller. And
That's
it's
what I
like,
did too.
Yeah, it worked out really, really
I also
well.
have crouch on my lower bumper and jump on my upper bumper. So I'm like
Upper bumper.
upper bumper.
What?
Up, 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 up.
I use mine for Stimpak.
There's
'cause
two bumpers?
2 and 2.
You mean your paddles?
Yeah. That's what you
Okay, I thought there was like another bumper added to
Oh,
the,
no.
and I
What
just
did I
didn't know
say?
about that.
I said
You said bumpers, but that's
Oh.
okay. I get it now.
You said
I'm
upper
sorry.
bumper?
You just confused me.
Up, 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 up.
Wait, how
I
do
use
you
mine for
use it to-
Stimpak.
Wait, well, how do you map it to Stimpak?
Because you can map items to the D-pad. So I map Stimpak to right D-pad, then I map right D-pad to the paddle. Do you ever use the D-pad?
Yeah, but you
for
have to
items.
select it, don't you? You have to go like down and then press A on it.
Right, so that's my down, and then I hit A.
So I did something really funny that I actually recorded. I might cut it into a video. I was Dan was over and he was playing Fallout and so was I. And I was like, oh, I should show Dan the app for the iPad or the iPhone where you can do your Pip-Boy and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
So I was like, yeah, let me connect. And all of a sudden my Pip-Boy was the wrong color. And I was like, oh, I'm connected to Dan's Xbox. And I started screwing with him so hard.
That's
Like,
fantastic.
he would be in the middle of a fight and I'd wait and I'd be like, Fat Man. He'd pull out his Fat Man and shoot it. And he'd be like, what happened?
Oh my
And
god.
I got to the point where like I was doing it and he couldn't figure out what was going on, but I was going like, and I couldn't keep it together, so I went and hid in the kitchen, and I was just doing stuff blind. So I was like, "Oh, Stimpaks," and I was just like blowing all his stim packs. I must have used like 100 stim packs.
Oh my
And I could just
God.
hear him in the other room going, "What is going on?" Stop! Because his house
Did
was
you
like,
record it?
yeah, I recorded it.
Yeah. Nice.
That's really
Plus
fucking
injecting
funny.
himself again and again and again.
Yeah, I was doing so much stuff. I was like making him. I dropped his wedding ring at one point.
Oh, really? That seems like you still keep that in your inventory the entire time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do too. It's one thing I won't like drop out of there. I don't know why. It seems important for that character.
It also was a terrible scene because it was very obviously one of those Gillette women's razors that he's using to
Yeah.
test Anakin Skywalker. Do you remember that?
No, I don't remember that at all.
It was like that round oval
Yeah.
like women's razor that they used to sell at the time, and he like pulls it out. I'm like, what the fuck does he have that
They
razor?
had no budget for it.
It's like this is like a huge blockbuster movie, and he's whipping around this fucking razor talking about midichlorians.
Well, maybe they were trying to make it like the old ones, where like a gun would be like there'd be a hairdryer in it and stuff. It'd be made of like just household objects, but all.
No, this was literally just
Just
a
the
razor,
razor.
without the razor blade attached to it.
Maybe
Pretty
one
much
of
is what it
the
was, yeah.
prop dudes was just walking through like a CVS or something, and they're like, "Perfect."
Maybe he got
spray
drunk
painted
and passed
silver.
out. He's like, "You make that prop last night?" He's like, "Yeah, it's right here."
Yeah,
It's
like
Yeah, there
the,
it is.
it's like the guy who came up with the Hot Pocket song.
What?
It's like he had a deadline to come up with a song, and then they're like, "You have that jingle," and he goes, "Hot Pocket."
Is that real? No.
I don't think you would ever let that be known if that were the case. What is it? What's the whole song for Hot Pockets?
Hot Pocket.
No, it's something. It's like it asks a question. Like, what are you gonna eat? Hot Pockets.
What are you
Yeah,
gonna
it
eat?
does. It asks the questions. It asks the questions, doesn't it?
What are you having?
So, okay, do you have that picture again by any chance for that midichlorian tester?
You guys are gonna be upset when you find out that I'm right. Hot Pockets theme song.
What are you having? Hot pockets?
What
So
are you-
look, there's the
What
tester.
do you have it?
There's the razor.
Oh yeah, it's exactly like
All
it.
right, I'm playing this. I'm
So
playing this Hot
stupid.
Pockets theme
It's
song.
ex- it's
Sorry if my
exact
mic
same
buzzes.
thing.
Put it in front of it, right?
It's gonna
What
buzz.
does that mean, Barbara? It's gonna buzz, so put
Where
it in
your
front
mouth
of it.
is.
When you want a hot meal without a big deal, what are you gonna pick? Hot Pockets.
There you go. That's right. I was right.
Damn it!
What year is that? What decade is that from?
I have no idea.
That's gotta be early '90s.
Sounds early night.
There's a little bit of work to that. The guy was up like maybe.
What you gonna eat? Hot Pockets.
What's gonna pick? That's what are you gonna pick?
What are you gonna burn your mouth on? Hot Pockets.
They're very hard to get right.
They are.
You could
Well-
you either like scald your tongue or there's like a big cold lump in the middle.
Yeah.
Bit
Or
of
both.
ice.
if
What's
you're
the best
lucky.
Hot Pocket? What do you?
I like just plain old cheese.
Just cheese?
Yeah.
Just cheese and pocket? That's
Cheese
it?
and pocket.
Ugh.
Maybe some tomato sauce in there. if
Oh
you're
yeah.
lucky.
So it's like a cheese pizza.
I always
one?
find like the ones with the meat in it, like either the pepperoni or like the little chunks of
ham and cheese one. I always want to be like, what would it be like to have a ham sandwich made out of that ham? Like
Ooh.
just like you farm ham out of Hot Pockets
Sprinkle
and
it
then
on
make
your
a sandwich out of
sandwich.
it. Somebody did that with Ben and Jerry's. They got rid of all the ice cream and they took the cookie dough chunks and made cookies with it. Oh, they were awful. Like they baked the cookie dough that comes in the cookie dough ice cream, and it was just like these horrible monstrosities.
What's your favorite flavor of ice cream?
Oh man, that's a great question. I like ice cream a lot.
That's not a flavor.
Do adults have a favorite flavor of ice cream?
I always take
That's
it easy.
different because you're eating it. It's
I eat it
not
with
like
my
a
best
fucking
friend.
color.
While we play Nintendo on the couch and talk about how cool Boba Fett is. But
It's like 1984 all over again.
Boba Fett is so fucking overrated, and I say that as someone who loved Boba Fett for years and years.
Well, then you just realize one day that you in fact didn't.
Yeah, he's just yeah.
I don't like it.
It's just like I'm like, why do I like this character? He doesn't do anything ever. He does nothing.